Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about another important operation, that is insertion in an array. So insertion means, let's say we have an array here. Let's say we have an array of size 6. So it means there are 6 elements. When I say we have an array of size 6, then it means there are 6 elements starting from A0 to A5. So it's 0 is its lower bound and 5 is known as its upper bound. And what are the value of elements? Let's say 2, 7, 9, 10, 15, and let's say some space is left blank. So let's say our array size is 5, that 6, but there are only 5 elements in an array. So then we want to insert, let's say we have a value x is equal to 17 and we want to insert this x is equal to 17 into this array. So there can be 2-3 cases. For example, let's say we can insert it in the end. So if we want to insert it in the end, so it is quite simple. We can insert a6 is equal to 17 and it can be inserted into the end. What we can do, we can means like we can make upper bound here, because we have initially we have only 5 elements, so upper bound is 4. We can increment the upper bound and we can insert at the end. But if we want to insert at a particular position, for example A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, and then we want to insert it at A3. So what we have to do, whatever is at A3, that should be moved to A4. Whatever is at A4, that should be moved to A5. And then 17 should insert at this place. So, but insertion is, just keep this in mind, insertion is possible whenever there is a place left in your array. Otherwise, you will lose some element. Place is, what does it mean when I say there is a place? For example, your array is declared to contain 10 elements. Okay, but currently it is having only 8 elements. So it means we can insert 2 more elements in the array. However, if it already has 10 elements, then we won't be able to add another element. Otherwise, we will be losing some existing element. If we have to insert in the middle of an array, then it is not an easy task, because if you want to insert at the end, you have to do nothing, simply insert at the array. But if you want to insert in the middle of the array, then it is not a trivial task. It means it is not an easy task. On an average, we have to move as much half elements from its position in order to accommodate a space for new element. So now we will see how to insert in the middle of an array. So just a minute. So let's check this. So this is a program. So first what we will do, first we will simply input the array. Okay, so here we take one array of size 10. I is an integer variable just for loop. N is, we will input size of array, how many elements we want to insert in an array. Then position is, at which position we want to input a new element. For A3, A4, A5, this is that position. And number is element to be inserted, which element we want to insert. So first we will input number of elements in an array, Cin, and this is just for insertion for an array, input array element, inputting, and this is just to output array element. Okay, now here we will input which number we want to insert, and here we will input which position. Now what we did here, starting from n. Starting from n means starting from the end, because let's say I have this array and I want to insert at this place. So starting from the end, whatever, let's say here is this is the last element. Starting from the end, ai plus 1 will be ai. Ai plus 1 will be ai. Because if I say that there are 4 elements in this array, there are 5 elements in this array, and I want to insert in this place. So it means I have to shift this here, shift this here, provided that there should be a blank space. So when I say ai plus 1, so ai plus 1 starting from n, this is n, ai plus 1 is this, and it will be ai. 5 will come here. Then it will go up to here, and this minus minus, so it will go here, and here this will move here. Which place? Up to position. So let's say our position is this 0, 1, 2 and 3. So up to 3. So it means now there is a blank space at position number 3. And then we say a position is equal to num and n plus plus. And then we will simply display the array. So let's check it on Visual Studio. Things will be more clear to you. So let's say first declare an array. So let's say I declare an array int a of size, maximum size 10. Okay, now let's declare everything here. Int n is for size of array, or let's write it size, then position, at which position we want to insert, and then number which we want to insert, and then for cout input size of array. And line cin size, then for I is equal to 0. This is just to input the array. I is equal to 0, I less than size, I plus plus, cin a of I. Input size of array, input number of array, input array elements. Go to the next line, and then here just display. So just separate it by this so that things will be clear. Array elements are cin, we had to put a for loop here, so simply I'm going to copy paste it here, and in place of cin I'm going to write cout. And this will go to the next line. Here, because we are doing insertion operation, so now let's input the element which you want to insert. Input the element which you want to insert. Cin num cout, input the position, at which you want to insert. Okay, cin POS. So now let's say we want to insert a particular position. So what we will do, we will start from the end of the array. For int I is equal to n, and we will go up to position I is equal to n. So okay, we don't have n, we have size at the end. Size, and I should be greater than size I plus plus. What we will do, a of I plus 1, A of I plus 1 should be equal to I, A of I, and then sorry, it should be I minus minus, because we are starting from the end. And then here what we should write, A of position is equal to num, and then we can display our array again just to check that it is inserted or not. And up to which element now we will display, because initially if size was 5, so now because when we already inserted one element, size has become size plus 1. Okay, now let's check it. So let's say size of array is 5 and elements 2, 3, 6, 5, 4 and 8. So there are 5 elements. Now let's say we want to insert 9, and we want to insert at which position? 2. It means now our array element should inserted at this position. Position is A0, A1 and A2. So it means now array should be 2, 3, 9, 6, 4 and 8. 2, 3, 9, 4 and 8. What happened? Why it is so? Let's check. Go up to position. So it should be I greater than equal to position, because we want to go up to position. So here it should be I greater than equal to position. Now let's run it. Starting from size, we will go up to the position. Now let's say we have to input the element 23 and at the position 2. See, now it is running. So this is how to insert at any position in an array. This is called insertion operation. In the next video we are going to discuss about how to delete an element from the array. Thank you.